Hello, everybody, and good evening. We have a wonderful, exciting video this week.
Yeah.
We are doing another battle report
I'm excited about the game that we're doing the battle report for as well.
for Relicblades. So we here are absolutely in love with Relicblades. Everything about it.
New favorite game.
It's
New favorite game.
yeah, and like we all like MCP too.
Oh yeah, Christ
Protocol is really good.
I mean, this scratches an itch that I just think small play area, only a few figures. You'll see in just a moment.
That's true. Yes,
Awesome.
And you covered all that during our elevator pitch for the game.
Yep.
But yeah, so I have with me Barlow as always. I have Mr. Joe. I forgot his name. Barco. Mr. Joe Barco. He's one of our brick and mortar regulars that we have that has gotten into Relicblades with us.
Whatever his name is.
Whatever this guy is next to me. You should have just been quiet the whole time and just stared there like, who is this guy with them, right? But they are going to actually do a battle report. So also too, this is new to us, so there's going to be mistakes.
Yep.
This is we're shooting like kind of a new format of battle report, so of course there's going to be mistakes in that.
We're going to do our bestest to make sure that we play as close to rules as possible, but we will make mistakes.
And the camera angles and stuff like that. We're going to try some stuff out and like, and hopefully as time goes on we get better and better and everything like that. But well, let's talk a little bit about what we brought. So Barlow,
I have the Lone Guard. So the Lone Guard are kind of like in the Lord of the Rings, the Rangers of the North, the guys protecting the people from hideous monsters crawling out of the woods. So I have an archer, and I've got a little cat guy with him that's called a saber-tooth. Then I have this soldier, and he's got a billman companion. So these are two companions. They will activate with these guys. So
that's like the Lone Guard's kind of army.
Yes, that's the starter box.
Starter box. Their kind of like ability is the companion mechanic, where you activate two models.
Exactly that.
So what's the downside?
So the downside is I'll have fewer activations throughout the whole game because I'll activate twice if I keep them within 5 inches of each other. Whereas presumably Joe will have more activations. But the fact that I get to activate quicker or earlier means that maybe I can get in and get some tactical advantage. Maybe take over some objectives or help move. We're playing the escort the pack yak scenario. So we have to keep this guy moving along the table. One of us is going to escort this, and the other one's going to try and steal it. So we'll see.
Once
hopefully,
you guys get set up
hopefully I'll get to be the one that escorts them because I think I can wrap my guys kind of around and kind of hold them off from them. That's what I'm hoping.
The companions also don't have heroic recovery, right?
That's exactly right.
There's like if you fail the recovery roll, they're gone.
They're gone.
So that's one of the downsides to them. Joe, what did you bring?
So I've got the Apostles of the Deep. I've got a Shark Warrior who's kind of a high defense, strong combat fella. He's going to chomp up some of those little puny humans. We've got an Eel Sorcerer here.
Shots fired early.
He's got some ranged attacks and some up close attacks. He's pretty versatile. And then we got two little Gilblin Fishers, which are they're not very strong, but they deploy off board, and you kind of put a little mud hole token out on the board, and if any model friend or foe comes within 3, they pop up and immediately activate. So they
pop out of their mud hole.
They sure do.
I ain't afraid of no mud holes. So
they do interrupt. They're stealthy. They can do some cool stuff. So
it's cool to interrupt.
Yeah. So hopefully I get to attack.
So do you have a plan to go into this, like to steal the pack yak?
Chomp up the puny humans.
There you go. That's fair enough.
No way. He's going to position himself in such a way. First off, I don't think I'm going to trip some mud holes. I think I'll be safe not tripping mud holes. I just got to guide this yak through if I get that. And now, if the other way around, the first thing I'm going to do, if I have to attack you, is I'm going to go trip those mud holes first and stab those little guys. Because I don't think they have a lot of health. So I'm going to try and take them out early if I can.
Okay. Well, we don't even have to talk about it anymore. We can
do it.
Find out for real. So we're going to get set up, and then we'll be back.
All right. So we are playing Relicblade. We are playing the Pack Yak Escort scenario. And for this, I am the escort, And Joe, you are the ambusher.
Yes, sir.
As we have set up here, you can see that the pack yak is set up on the edge of the table. I have deployed within 4 inches of the deployment point around him. I want to stay close to him because in the recovery phase, before we make recovery rolls, we're going to control the yak based on who each of us has the most number of characters within a half an inch from it. So you then have to deploy in your zone, which is the other half of the board, up to the middle and 6 inches in from the side. And you have done some pretty sneaky deployments. You want to show me what you've got here?
Sure. So I've got my eel sorcerer deployed over here, hiding behind this bush.
Yep, there we go.
And then we've got our little shark warrior hiding behind this little tree over here. So my characters need to be deployed fully out of line of sight of Barlow's characters. And then we've got my Gilblin Fishers are able to deploy off board within 12 of my deployment zone in 2 little mud holes. So the way that works is that once any character from either team ends a movement action within 3 inches, I replace those tokens with the Gilblins, and they activate immediately.
You've got some clever shenanigans going on there for me that I have to watch out for as I try and get this thing across the board. So for me to win the scenario, the pack yak has to go off of the end opposite of where I started, and for you to win, you have to make the pack yak go off of either of the other 2 sides.
Correct.
So, you ready to roll off for initiative for our first turn?
Let's do it.
All right, buddy.
Whose dice is whose?
I am red and Joe is white, and in this case it doesn't matter because we're both going to have to roll again.
Dang.
Oh, all right.
All right.
You, sir, have the first activation.
First activation goes to Joe. All right. So I'm going to activate the Shark Warrior first. So Shark Warrior is going to get 4 activation dice. So what he can do is he gets 4 actions. The only actions you're able to repeat in this game are movement or disengagement. And then, so what I'm going to do is find my movement token. So his movement is 3.
Okay.
All right. So he has 4 action dice. So I'm going to first use 2 of them to kind of move him out into the open here.
Okay.
And then the other actions, I will move 3 more inches to here. And then I am going to take the dodge action with him.
All right.
The dodge action, what that does is when I'm defending against an attack, I roll an extra defense dice and I take the higher of the 2. So, because I ended my movement within 3 inches of this mud hole, one of my little goblin fishies is going to pop out. So I will replace the mud hole token with the model, and he will activate immediately. And what he is going to do is move and take this treasure. So
One point of note, when
Sure.
you dodge token, you actually roll 2 dice and you add them together. You don't choose the better of them when you roll a dodge.
thank you for double checking the rules. Appreciate it.
I don't want you to get beat out for something that you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's an extra dodge.
So his movement is 5. So he's well within range of the token.
Yep.
So we're just going to kind of move him within the half-inch range that he needs to be in order to activate the token. And then he will use his second action dice to pick up the treasure.
Awesome. The relic token. So now you get to draw a card from the relic deck, right?
So I'm going to draw a card from the relic deck. It is the Music of Life. How's that direction? All right. So this says, Life Aura, when you activate, all allies within 5 inches automatically recover 1 health. It looks like it is a... I'll have to roll a challenge of 3 in order to do that. And the range is 10.
Does
So-
it go on the fish or?
Yes, it goes on the character you pick it up with. Okay, so that is his activation. So I did my 4 movements with the shark, and we did our 2 activations with the fish. So on to you, Barlow.
All right, so I'm going to start by activating my Lone Guard Warrior. He also has a companion, which is the Billman, who he's going to activate simultaneously. That means they can both activate and they can trade out actions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Lone Guard Warrior, who has a movement of 3. He's going to spend 2 actions to move 6. And I'm going to get him over here. This direction. I believe that's going to be within 3 inches of your mud hole there, so that will pop that mud hole.
Okay. So the rule with the mud hole is they immediately activate, so that will interrupt Barlow's turn. So that fish is going to pop up there, and he will do a charge action. So
Perfect.
a charge action is if you end your movement within engagement range, you get a bonus action dice to do an attack immediately.
What is his engagement range? Does he have a little long spear there that gives him...
He has a 1-inch range, so I could technically be just outside of 1, just in case you have a half. I don't know what your engagement range is.
I do. I have a half-inch engagement
So that way you'd have to move in order to attack me.
Yeah.
So anyways, so because I did a charge, I get an extra die. So we are going to start by doing the barbed stick. So I'm going to roll 1 die. It's a challenge of 4. I rolled a 6. That is successful.
Okay.
So now we will roll our opposing combat dice.
So my defense roll on him is I get +2, and what is your damage?
Mine is also +2.
All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so I rolled a 5. You got a 7. That means 2 points of damage go on to my Lone Guard Warrior. I have a special ring here, which I'm going to use as a dodge token.
Okay.
I'm going to expend my magic ring and add that extra die to my dodge, and hopefully I'll get 2.
Well, there you go.
So that will avoid him from taking damage, but his
Yep.
magic power is now used.
Yep.
His
Sorry, I
ring is
took
done.
those dice out of there a little early, but
That's okay. No worries. And then, so now, does he have another action?
he sure does. So because my barbed stick can only be used 1 time, I'm going to use a basic action, which
Okay.
will be an improvised attack.
You're not within range for that, though. Improvised attack, you have to be within engagement range. I think it's just your barbed stick that has a long range.
Well, whoops. So since I'm outside of engagement range because of my brilliant tactical mind,
Well, you still
I will-
have to spend some more actions.
I will take a dodge token instead.
There we go. All right, so then it goes back to my continued activation.
Yes, sir.
My Billman is going to activate once where he's going to move 5 inches. So he'll move up to here. That's not quite enough to get to your fish man. He will spend his... He's got a range 1, and again, that's outside of range 1, clearly. He is going to instead move 5 inches in this direction. So he's going to move over here close to your fish guy.
All right.
And then, so that's the last of his actions. Then my Lone Guard Warrior, he will, in fact, move up to here within a half-inch range of this. And he is going to spend his last action to attack with his bastard sword. I need a 4 or better. I did not get it, so I missed. And the Lone Guard Warrior and the Billman have now acted. Back to you.
All right. So, because I've already activated my shark and both of my Gilblin Fishers, because they activate immediately, the only character I've got left is the Eel Sorcerer. So, he gets 4 action dice, and he has a movement of 3. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move him out of cover here and put him right there. And so that is 2 of his action dice because he did 2 movements. 2 movements. And then he has a spell that is Eldritch Bolt. And that has a range of 10. So these fellas are both way inside a range of that. The target that I'm going to choose is probably The Bill Man, how many? Yeah, because he's got less health.
And he is also a companion. So if you disable him and I don't make my first recovery roll of 6 or better, then he is removed from the game immediately.
And he's also within range of another one of my ranged attacks. So we are going to start by rolling for the Eldritch Bolt, which has a challenge of 4. And that's a 6. So that is successful. So we'll roll our opposing attack dice.
Mine is +1.
And mine, is +3. So we're tied.
4 and 4, no damage.
Cool. And then for his last attack, he is going to do Illumine, which is a range 4 beam 1.
Oh no.
So if we look at the range, I think my little fishy is kind of in there for a beam. Do we know how beam works?
Beam is 1 inch on either side directly out from you, extending to the 4 point, and it hits any targets within the beam.
Okay, so there's a little note here that says, friendly characters hit by beam may move 2 inches. It sounds like they're going to be hit by it, though.
Yes, that is correct.
So I think what I'm going to do, because I'm a coward, is not do that beam attack and kill my own little fishy, and I'll take a dodge with my eel sorcerer.
All right. My next activation, I'm going to activate my Lone Guard Ranger.
The Illumine, is it you sure that's a damage attack and not just help your people move? Because there's no damage to it. You roll the die.
Oh, shoot. Friendly characters hit by beam. Oh, yeah. That's the whole point, is just to make them move.
Make them move.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Well, hey.
Cool. Thanks for reading my cards for me, Sean. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm going to activate my Lone Guard Ranger and his companion, the Sabretooth. I'm going to start, so the Sabretooth gets 2 action dice, and the Lone Guard Ranger gets 4. We're going to start with the Sabretooth. He is going to spend 1 to move 6 inches. And I'm going to see how close I can get.
Is this a double activation thing?
Yeah, that's correct. It is. So, because you activate both of them simultaneously, and they can trade off actions as well. So yeah. But I am going to go ahead and do the... I'm going to go ahead and activate him again to do some more movement, and he is going to move up to be close to this character here. Now, he can't do anything else. My Lone Guard Ranger, however, has a range 12 bow shot, so that should be clearly this little Gilblin Fisher should be within range of that. I'm going to focus on that. So focus allows me to roll 2 dice, and I'm trying to look for a 4 total to see if I can hit you. I rolled 9, so that does hit, and then we roll our damage dice. I have a +3 to mine, and so I end up with 7.
I'll use my dodge token here.
Good idea.
So I will roll 2 dice, and I will roll better than a 7. Oh, so close. So I add my armor to that, which is 1. So I guess that is a 7.
That is. That's right. So no damage is done there. Then for my second, or for my next action, I'm going to go ahead and move this Lone Guard Ranger 3 inches. He has a range of 3. I'm going to move him less than 3 inches. I'm just going to get him up close so he can stay within a ½ inch of the pack yak, because I want to be able to move the pack yak this turn. So, and then my last action, I'm going to go ahead and take a dodge token for him, and that is all of my action dice spent. That should be the end of our first round.
Round 1 done in the books.
We have nobody to make recovery, so we don't need any recovery rolls. I have a person within ½ inch of the pack yak, so I can move the pack yak 5 inches. Pack yak is going to move across the board 5 inches here. Right there.
All right. Okay. That much closer to victory.
The old pack yak.
The old pack yak. And now roll for initiative for the next turn, right?
Okay. Pause for a moment. I mean, we'll cut this in post. We'll edit this in post.
There you go.
Everything good so far? Good. Anything you'd like us to change or update?
No.
We going too slow, too fast? Everything good?
No, everything's good.
All right. Do you hate cutting things? Is this ruining your day?
I'm not a good editor. So thanks, Barco.
Should we have clapped? Should we have done a clap at the beginning to sync the audio? All right. Just want to make sure and check if there are any adjustments. It'd be better to do it now.
Well, they tell you if you weren't. I'll yell at you too.
I'll
Okay.
yell at you in the middle of it.
All right, man.
So now we're going into round 2.
Round
so
2.
Let's go ahead and roll off for initiative, right? I got a 4.
I got a 1.
Aha! Okay.
I assume you want me to go first.
No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. You, sir, you are mistaken. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate my Lone Guard Warrior and my Billman together because of his companionship. The Lone Guard Warrior gets 4. The Billman gets 2. The Billman is going to go ahead and use his bill, and he's going to focus that so he can roll 2 dice on your Gilblin Fisher that has the relic. So we're going to go ahead and try that. I need a 4 or better. That does it. That's a 7, and then we get to roll damage. I get a +3, so I'm at 5. No damage. All right.
You guys are having a little slap fight over here.
That is happening. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to attack with my Bastard Sword from the Lone Guard Warrior. I'm going to focus on that to roll a second die. And that is a 4. That's exactly what I needed. Thank goodness I used that focus. And then rolling damage on that, that's a 9.
And who is that on? I'm sorry?
The little Gilblin Fisher there.
This one here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is, he will take, because he has 1 defense, so he'll take 3 points of damage.
Nice.
That
What does
is
do to him?
enough to disable him.
All right. Now, does he have a heroic recovery or non-heroic recovery?
Non-heroic recovery.
All right. So if you fail, so he gets a downed token or disabled token, and if he doesn't make his save at the end of this turn, then he is out. All right.
Okay.
Well, then for my next action, I'm going to spend 1 to move up to 3 inches. That will take me clearly within range of this guy. He is disabled, so I don't have to disengage from him.
Okay.
If he was not disabled, I would have to spend a disengage action to get around there, and I would have to roll for that. But I can get within an inch of your Shark Man, and I'll spend my next attack to just do a attack with the Bastard Sword again and hope for a 4 or better. So let's see what we get. That's a hit, and damage is +3, so 6.
7.
All right, no problem. You have dodged it, and that is the end of my first activation.
All right, well, my Shark Warrior is very upset. You killed his little fishy friend. You're attacking him. You're waving your little toothpick at him. He's not happy. So he has 4 action dice.
Okay.
The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do his dual strike attack, which takes 2 action dice.
Nice.
And so the shark warrior.
And if he hits, he rolls damage twice, correct?
That is correct.
Oof. Oh, that's harsh.
And so I think because I really want to hit that guy, I'm going to focus on that attack.
All right, there you go.
So it goes off on a 7. That is a 9.
All right.
I can do math.
Do it.
So he will do 2 attacks. The first one has +4.
Okay. And this, my defense on my warrior is +2.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Oof.
Oh, so he
Wow.
takes 2 damage.
He'll take 2.
Oh, man. All right. 2 damage. Got it.
And then his second attack is going to be +2.
All right. Let's see what we get here. Oh, all right. So I'm at 4 and you're at 7.
So that's 3 more damage.
That will disable him.
Okay.
So he is now disabled. I will take a disabled token. Now, interestingly, when I get to roll, he is tough, so he recovers on a 5-up instead of a 6-up.
Well, it's funny you say that because I still have 1 action die.
Oh no!
So
And I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna try and take me out.
This shark smells blood. He's not letting up.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
So we're gonna go with the wavy sword, which hits on a 4.
Oh, please roll low.
And that's a
No!
6.
All right, so you just hit. You hit him. He's disabled. I don't have anybody that can protect him. You don't even have to roll damage. You just hit, and that removes him from the game. So you have destroyed my Lone Guard Warrior.
I'm very sad to see him go.
Rub it in. All right, so is that the end of your activation?
That's the end of the activation.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and activate my Lone Guard Ranger and the Sabertooth again. They're going to together. The first thing is going to be the Sabertooth. gets 2 action dice, and the Lone Guard Ranger gets 4. Sabretooth is going to spend 1 action die to move to within a half an inch of this Gilbin Fisher, and then he's going to spend 1 to try and grapple him. I need a 4 up to grapple, and that does it. So he is now bound. He has a bind 5. That means in order for your guy to move, you have to spend an action and roll a 5 or better. You can focus on that to break that, but that's what you'll have to do in order for him to move. Now, I'm a little sneaky here because my Lone Guard Ranger has a special ability that he does +2 damage against a target that is bound.
Not cool, man.
Who's bound?
This little fisher.
Little fish guy.
Yep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 die to activate and move my Ranger 3 inches up so that he can be kind of next to my yak right here. And then he is next going to spend an action to shoot the Gilbin Fisher. He's going to focus on that, so I'll make sure that I hit him. Thank goodness I did. And that is a hit at +3 and an additional +2 because he is bound. So I'm rolling this +5. Oh, I just rolled that right off the table. Here, 8 is what I ended up rolling.
Oof, that's not good. So that fish is very
disabled, very removed from the game for right now.
That is correct.
All right. He is out. All right.
So I'm gonna just change that bound token to down, or would he still be bound if he comes back?
He is still bound if he comes back.
So we'll leave it in there.
And then my final action, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a dodge action with my Ranger. I think that's probably a smart move because you're probably going to try and come in there and smack him around. It is back to you.
All right. So, since both of my fishies are down, we are going to activate the Eel Sorcerer, who has 4 action dice. He will start his activation by casting Eldritch Bolt, and we are going to focus on that.
Okay.
By the way, focus is an action that you can take to add a die to any other action that you're doing. You can also only do that once per turn. I don't know if we covered that. But Eldritch Bolt hits on a 4.
What's he shooting at?
He's shooting at the Bill Man, which
Man.
I don't know if I mentioned, but...
That is definitely a hit.
All right, so 7 for a hit. So Eldritch Bolt has +3 to its damage.
Ooh, +1.
That is an 8.
All right,
To a
that's
6.
a 6.
So 2 damage
Six.
for the Bill Man.
2 damage on Mr. Billman. Rough.
All right.
Okay.
So that was action 1.
Oh, his dodge token goes away at the beginning of his turn.
Thank you.
Did your his would go away as well.
Yes, sir. Okay. So now my little eel friend is going to move in for the kill.
Oh no!
So he is going to use 1 action die to move, 3. And then he is going to use his Coral Snake attack.
Coral snakes.
Which hits on a 3. And that's a 5.
Oh.
And so this has +2 and poison,
Oh no!
which does
That takes away one of my
something.
action dice if I'm poisoned for the next turn. That's a
Okay.
bummer.
So roll our combat dice.
Yes, sir.
So close. All right.
So
So
I
that
have a 5. What'd you get?
I have a 7.
Oh well, he is poisoned and he is out. He is disabled.
It's a
Look at that.
bloodbath over here. This poor yak doesn't know what's going on.
Totally a bloodbath. And wow. All right. Well, we're gonna have some opportunities to do some fun stuff here. I believe that everybody has activated now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of our round, the first thing before we roll for recovery, we move the yak. The yak is going to move 5 inches. I'm going to move him as close as I can to 5 inches without getting people out of the way. I'm just going to move him up to here as close as I can. And then we make rolls for recovery. These are the tricky ones. So I have the Bill Man. If I don't make this roll, it's a 6 or more. He is off and out of the game. So I don't have another chance. So he is a 4.
Oof.
He is out of the game.
Same.
yeah.
Same for
You
me.
only get one roll.
He only gets one roll because he is a companion, which has non-heroic recovery.
Okay.
That's the reason for him.
Yeah.
That's his little token.
So my little fishies have the same thing. They have the non-heroic recovery. If one of our heroes were downed, they would have as many opportunities as they needed at the end of the rounds until they were either slain by another model or they recover.
Interestingly, too, if you win initiative, you can give initiative to your opponent in order to make an extra recovery roll for one of your models. What about this guy? Does this guy make his test there?
He sure... Oh, he
And then
doesn't.
You get your other guy, your last guy.
And he is also dead.
Oh, whew. All right. Well,
We're going to have to
I was
flush
gonna
these
say I
boys.
was sad, but I'm not really. So, all right, buddy. Here we go. Let's
Round 3.
round 3.
Rolling
let's do
for initiative.
Oh,
Do we go again?
we do. We roll again.
Oh, the anticipation.
Evenly matched, I see.
Yay! All right. Well, I will take the first action. I'm going to activate my Lone Guard Ranger and my Sabertooth. The Sabertooth is going to move up to be within range to grapple your wizard guy there. If I could roll into the thing, that would be awesome. That's a 4. That is a grapple. So he is now bound. Then I'm going to spend my first action for my ranger to use the longbow. I am going to focus on that so I can try and hit him pretty hard if I can. Oh, double 6s! That's good. So he gets +3 for damage, plus an additional 2 because the target is bound.
Okay. And I'll have +2.
So
I'll be
I
6.
10.
So 4.
Yes, sir.
Oof.
This is the Sabertooth?
No, this is the Lone Guard Ranger.
Oh, the Ranger did that.
Ranger.
Okay.
So that's enough
He
to...
bound him, and he did that. Oh, did he?
He's not disabled yet, but that is enough for him to lose an action die.
Ooh, all right. Good.
Not good. Not good.
And then I am going to, I think I'm going to be a little smart about this, or I'm going to attempt to be smart. I'm going to move up so that I am within range here, but also kind of behind the yak, and hopefully get some cover to make it a little harder for you to get to me.
Can you attack the yak?
No, the yak is friendly to all models.
The yak. Everybody is friends with the yak, Sean. Nobody wants the yak to get hurt.
And then I'm
It's like the dog in the movie.
And then I'm going to spend my last action to give him a dodge token.
Well, sure you are.
And it is back to you.
All right. So, we shall start with our eel sorcerer.
You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forgot to do?
We forgot to put the relic token back on the table when your little fish guy
Oh,
dropped it.
where would it go?
Where he was at approximately, so on the other side of the yak, roughly. There
Is
you
it
go.
the same relic?
It's the same relic. Yes, the card remains the same.
Okay. I don't want... Well, maybe I do want that relic.
Maybe you do want
Maybe
that
I do
relic.
want that relic.
Healing music.
So how does that... Is that an action if I do it? Like, if I use that relic,
So-
would that be an action?
So yes, it is an action. It's a magic spell. When you pick this up, you actually can use that, has a range 10, and you can roll a 3 and you heal D3 damage to somebody. Also, while you have this thing, there is an aura that when you activate, every ally within 5 inches of you automatically recovers 1 health. So that at the bottom of the card is the kind of like aura ability,
Okay.
but the action is right there, which is a magic spell.
Got it. So if I were... on my activation, because I'm hurt, I have 3 dice.
Yep.
I would... I could pick it up
Yes.
with 1 die,
Yes.
use it with another, and then I would heal D3. And then I would still have 1 action
That's
left.
correct. Or you could focus on that to make sure you get a 3, so you could heal D3 on that, and then not have any actions left.
So do I need to roll a 3 for it to be a success, and
Yes.
then it's D3?
Yes, you roll a 3 on a 6-sided die, and then you heal D3 after that.
All right. Well, let's
'Cause
try
that's
it
its
out.
action die that it has next to it.
Who's
That's
picking
his-
it up?
The eel sorcerer is activating with 3 dice because he's damaged.
So he spends 1 to pick it up.
Spends 1 to pick it up. He's going to spend 1. I can roll a 3, right?
I mean,
Sure I can.
It's worth the gamble.
Sure I can.
It's worth the gamble. You
That's
did
a
it.
6.
There you go. Now roll that again for your heal.
So
you
this will
heal
be
3.
D3. We're going to roll another 6. Ready? Oh
Or
no.
get one.
Or get one.
Oh no.
Or get one. You know.
All right. So he is one hit point healthier.
Yep.
And now he is going to do his Eldritch Bolt on that little tiger right in front of his face.
Saber-tooth?
Yeah, he's gonna blast him right in the face.
You're gonna try and hurt my poor little cat?
I sure am.
He's friendly though. All right. Try it.
All right, so that will be again challenge of 4. That's a 6,
Wow. All right.
and so it's +3 on the attack.
Saber-tooth only has +1 for defense.
So that's 9 for
And
me.
Mine is 6, so that's 3 damage. That takes the Saber-tooth out. The Saber-tooth is now disabled. And he has non-heroic recovery as well. So, unless I do something
So
tricky,
he gonna die.
probably, and I have a health potion, but I
do?
already have activated, so he has to survive. I have to roll a 6 in the recovery phase, or else I'm hosed. All right, so it is. I have nobody else to activate, so it is back to your activation.
Back to me. So we're gonna activate the Shark Warrior, who has a movement of 3. So, question, am I
Yes, sir.
able to move through this space between these guys, or does it need to be wide enough for my base to pass through?
Typically, it needs to be wide enough for your base to pass through.
But I can move over this
Yes.
terrain that's less than 1 inch tall.
Yes, you can.
So my shark friend is going to come over here, right up in your business.
There we go. He's my shark friend. All right, so
And so he had 4 action dice to start. It was 2 on the movement. And then he is going to do his dual strike, which is the 2-die attack.
smart.
Challenge of 7. So I need a 7 or better.
I am going to spend my dodge token. Oh, you wait. I don't
And
need
that's
to
a
because
that's
you
a
only rolled
6. That's a 6.
All right.
That's too bad. Everyone's very upset.
Except for the good guys.
All the viewers at home very upset that
The good guys and the people rooting for freedom and justice are clearly supporting us. They're very happy with us. Does he have any more actions he's going to take?
nope, that would be all 4 of his action dice.
All right, so we are at the end of the phase, and you and I both have a character within a ½ inch of the pack yak. We only have one each because I believe my disabled cat is outside of that. So we roll off to see who is the one that gets to move the yak this turn. So let's roll off for moving the yak.
You got it.
I got it? All right, so he is going to move 5 inches towards the end of the table here.
Oh,
Come
sure he
on,
is.
pack yak.
How far is he got to go? All the way off?
All the
Yeah,
way
he's gotta
off.
go off that side. All right, and then recovery phase. Now I have a big thing ahead of me. I gotta make a recovery. I gotta roll a 6, or else my saber tooth is gone. So here's, man, it'd be so cool if I got a 6. It was not meant to be. So saber tooth is now off the board.
That's too bad. You hate to see it.
You
hate to see it.
You hate to see it. You really do. All right, so it is back to the beginning of round 4, right?
Yep, rolling in for initiative.
Initiative. Let's see what we got.
Come on, man.
All right, so I only have one guy to activate. That's going to be my Lone Guard Ranger. I'm going to go ahead and first remove the dodge token because that is gone. He gets 4 dice. How much damage has your shark guy taken? Any at all?
No, sir. He is a very healthy shark.
All right, so I'm going to start by attacking him with my hand weapon, and I'm going to focus on that to get 2 damage on him, or to get 2 dice to try to get it. And thank goodness I did. That is a 4. That's
Just
a
on the
5.
shark?
That hits. Yes, on the shark. So this is going to be at +3 damage. Oh, goodness.
He's still a healthy shark.
Yes, he is. So let's do this. I'm going to attempt to disengage. So I spend 1 action die to try and disengage, and you and I roll off. If I beat your roll, if I roll equal or higher to you, then I get to move. If not, I have to stay right there, but my action die is expended. So that's the problem with disengaged. I equaled or beat it, thank goodness. So I'm going to have him move 3 inches. And he's going to move up to, let's see here.
You're gonna make me chase you.
I am, and then the other thing I'm going to do is for my last action. Well, that last action was a move. Ooh, you know what? Do you mind if I reverse that? Because I think that was dumb.
Do it.
No, I can't. I already did that. I took my action. I disengaged and I moved. I have used all my actions. I am done. I should have sat there and shot your wizard guy, but I didn't do it. It made a tactical error.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
We'll find out what happens.
Your activation, sir.
All right.
Has he set you on fire with the wizard?
All right. So we are going to activate the Shark Warrior.
Okay.
He has a movement of 3, so he's just going to come right back up behind you. He's chasing you down.
Shark's like vicious, man.
He is.
He's a shark and a warrior, both things known for their viciousness. All right, so he spent one of his action dice to move, and we're going to do the dual strike, and we're going to focus this time so that I don't fail so hard. We'll see how we do.
Smart move.
We need a 7, and that is a 10.
All right.
So, again, this is 2 attacks. The first one is +4.
Yes, it is.
Oof.
I got a 5. What'd you get?
A 5. You have +4 defense?
I'm sorry. I have a 3. I have 2. My goodness. I'm rolling wrong. You got a 5 and I got a 2.
Okay.
That's 3 damage. All right.
Gotcha.
There we go. Sorry.
No worries.
I don't know why I was thinking I did 3. Well, you've reduced his actions by 1. You got him down there.
And then for the second attack, it'll be +2.
And mine's +1. I got a 5.
I got a 6, so that's one more.
All right.
He's still
kicking.
Still conscious.
I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
All right. So now Mr. Shark has activated, and his eel friend is going to activate. So he gets 4 action dice.
Did he heal back the one that made him reduce his damage? I thought he was.
He gets 3 action dice.
Oh, because he has the broken bone. On
Thank
his,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the. We're going to use the relic again, the healing. The music of life, the healing music. So I need a 3.
Yep.
Not a 1. Okay, so that's...
and everybody that is an ally within 5 inches would automatically heal 1, so if your shark has any damage...
No, you'd have to hurt him first, unfortunately.
Thanks for rubbing that one in.
So now, our eel sorcerer is going to cast Eldritch Bolt on your little archer guy, and he is going to focus. So he needs a 4.
Oh, no!
And that is a
that does it.
9.
That totally
And so this will be +3 for the combat roll.
Let's see here. Come on. Oh.
Whoa.
7!
You did it. You
I
lived.
did it. I lived.
You lived to fight another
That's what
day.
I needed to live. Oh my goodness. All right.
However, I think at the end of this round, our yak friend's just over there grazing, just chilling, having a good old time.
Yeah, that's right. And that's when, so we have to roll again to see who does it. So.
Oh, he still can move. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can still roll for that. So let's try that. Let's roll off for who gets to move the yak. I got a 4. Oh, you get to move him.
I got a 5.
Oh, no.
So I move him 5 inches. Is that right?
That's correct.
One,
No, Pack-Yak, you're going the wrong way.
He's just gonna start, just meandering over this way.
No, Pack-Yak.
He's like that patch of grass over there looks delicious.
Oh, what's over here? No, Pack-Yak, no. All right.
So now I think
Initiative.
no recoveries to make. So initiative roll.
All right.
I'm gonna win one of these eventually.
You won that one.
Today's the day.
Oh my God! Now, you
Bottom.
want to give up initiative to have a recovery?
Bottom.
I think we know what's happening
Bottom.
here.
Bottom. 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 Bottom.
Yeah. All right. Let's just make it quick and painless.
So I'm gonna activate the shark,
Make it quick and
the
painless.
shark warrior.
The last stand of his Lone Ranger.
That shark guy is so cool, man.
So-
He's so awesome.
So we're gonna do our dual strike again with a focus. That'll be 3 of our 4 action dice. Looking for a 7. Oh,
Oh,
I saw that 1 and I got nervous.
oh, that's great.
All right.
All right.
So again, this is 2. First is a +4.
And mine is +1.
Uh
All right, 6. So if I get a 5 or better, I live.
oh. Ooh.
He does not. He is disabled.
He is disabled.
All right.
So, Shark still has 1 die.
Yep.
He is going to use his wavy sword.
Wavy sword.
And that's a miss.
All right.
But his eel sorcerer friend is going to Eldritch Blast you, and he's going to focus.
On the ground?
Yeah. If he misses, he's got a static target here.
Oh, my goodness.
Fish in a barrel.
Oh, you got him. He's dead.
He is dead.
All right. So then from here on out, you can move over and move the pack yak
So I
off
think,
the edge.
yeah,
He's yak jack.
he's just slowly
He totally
gonna
got yak jack.
meander.
You got yak jack.
That's awesome. Thanks, man. That's a super fun game.
Good
That was
game.
Great. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Oh, Barlow. Barlow. Barlow,
Yes.
you have what we like to now call hashtag yak jacked.
Oh, he totally yak jacked
He
me.
totally yak jacked you, dude.
I got to be the escort. I had it all planned out. I thought I wasn't gonna worry about popping mud holes.
And he came out of those mud holes. Too.
Oh yeah, and yak jacked me promptly. I mean, just
So, I think one of my favorite moments is that you walked up, popped the mud hole, and then that guy just grabbed a relic. He came immediately out of that mud hole and was just like, I'm carrying, I can't remember what it was, a sword or...
It was the
the heel thing. Yeah, the heel thing, yeah.
yeah, which came into play.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, where did it all go wrong, Barlow?
So, looking
Deployment.
back,
He
it
woke
was,
up this morning and decided to be puny humans.
that's not what happened. It was all my fault. I made some major tactical errors. I think the first thing was I should have let him come to me, because I only had because I did the combined activations with the companions. I went out really fast and just basically planted myself out there where he could swarm me, and I got fewer activations that way. So I think making him come to me would have been the right thing, and then I could have held more people around the yak to move it along. I thought I was just going to keep my ranged guy next to the yak, and he would, pop some of the fish people
Be
from front.
behind it, yeah.
It didn't work out. Especially that shark. That shark is vicious.
The ranged guy was the last guy to die, though. So he's in the back just watching his buddies just get ripped apart.
Yeah, like, oh no! But it was, it was a good lesson for me. It was a good lesson. I've figured out how I'm going to try deploying and activating this crew again. It has also made me excited to play some of the other models in the Lone Guard faction as well. Especially seeing how the fishmen that activate together as a single unit. I think that is as a single card, fewer cost, but two guys. There's a Watchman guard actually that does the same thing.
And you didn't have the commander either. That guy is really cool.
no,
the Lone Guard commander, this
he's-
kite shield and everything.
He's got a lot of activations too. This is the starter set, so I could
Excited to get him on the table.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
So Joe, I would say where did it go wrong for you, but did not go wrong.
No, I think once there was blood in the water, it was too late.
It was just
There's
over
nothing
with.
that could be done.
So did you like how they played?
Yeah, definitely. Deploying off board's kind of fun. The interrupt's kind of fun. I think they've got the shark's super strong when he gets in there, and he fed those people right to him. He's like, here you go, chomp them up, eat them up. But we got all these supplies and this yak we're going to bring back to our undersea empire.
That's right.
It's going to be...
We
great.
jack this yak. Same times we could just flip the yak and jack.
It'll be cool to get some more models on the board and play a little bit bigger game, do a full size game.
That's what I said. Yeah, because this was around 70 points or something like that. Or
He's 60 some points
60,
roughly.
70
Yeah,
points, yeah.
mid-60s.
So everybody adds another hero and stuff. It'd be the 100 points. I think is what the normal size game is.
I'm excited to try the campaign mode as well, so that we can build the scenarios out and play where we actually keep some of the relics and add them in, and of course they still continue to cost points and whatnot, but and try with the influence points in the game. So next time, fish people, look out, man.
When I
Look
level
out.
up.
That's right. Once I level up.
No, we're all excited about this game. So this is So I appreciate you guys coming on. We're hoping to come back and maybe we can show a couple of the campaign games.
Love it.
We can talk about some campaign stuff. Maybe go along with that. But we're definitely going to do these battle reports more because 2x2 board. It's it's really fun. It's got a lot of character. Like we've been raving about this game.
Models are cartoony. I love that.
The models are great. The art's great. The rule set is simple. It's easy to play. I think that if you're trying to run a campaign, you could get a couple games in an evening without it feeling overwhelming. Like some of the skirmish type games that are really bigger and take an hour or two to run. This really, you can play a game in less than an hour and it doesn't feel rushed or anything.
Yeah. Well, guys, appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. We genuinely do appreciate it. And we're hoping to do more battle reports in the future and kind of change some of the angles and stuff and just get better at it, like as natural progression of learning, cameras and stuff like that. But yeah, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us and hashtag YakJacked.